Hello everyone, happy Thursday. It is Thursday. School holidays here with us, so I've been out and about doing things with the kids, but while I've been out and about doing things, I was thinking about my journey with essential oils, and I actually realized that it has been 2 years, pretty much to the day, probably to the day that I received my Home Essentials kit, that I dived into using the oils and purchased my kit. So I was thinking about doing a blog post, which I probably still will do because I have a lot of thoughts in my head. And I've just jotted a few things down on a piece of paper, so I thought I'd jump on live just to share with you guys some things that have changed, and I guess a bit about how I've changed in the last 2 years since doTERRA has been introduced to me, since I've used the oils, and since I have been doing the business. And there's a lot. I went to just jot down a couple of notes, and I've got 4 pages, so they're only small. It's an A5 book, don't worry, I'm not going to be here all day. So I'll start with the oils, and that's where I guess it all started. For me, I have said this time and time again, I say it at my classes, I was very skeptical to begin with about essential oils, but I'd kept seeing them pop up through different groups that I was in. A lot of people that I was connecting with online were using doTERRA and starting businesses with them. But it was something that I thought was just for hippies, and don't worry, I am not a hippie. These oils have not turned me into a hippie. I'm still pretty much the same as I was 2 years ago, just some things have changed for the better, I guess. The number one thing being overall health and wellness has improved, not only for me but also for my family. So just a couple of examples of this. I have not used Panadol in over 2 years. I now use my past tense oil for headaches, and I used to take Panadol probably at least 3 times a week. In the afternoons I would get headaches from looking at the computer, from doing work, so that's a huge change. We haven't really been to the doctors aside from needing referrals for specialists. We haven't needed to go. We haven't needed to, I haven't had antibiotics. We haven't really had to for the kids. A few times we may have had different things. I'm not saying when you have oils you rule out all medicine and things like that. I think there's definitely a place for that, but there are these natural solutions that we can turn to before we go down that path. So the kids have hardly been sick, aside from my daughter's had a few tummy bugs that she's picked up from childcare. She is at school next year, so I'm hoping that that sort of stops. We all know there's so many germs and bugs that go around childcare centres, and it's hard to avoid, but our son has not really had any days off school for being sick. I've learned to listen to my body more if I'm feeling like I've got a cold coming on, or feeling a bit run down. I know that's the time to slow down, use my oils, and yeah, just listen in and tune in rather than keep on going, because that's when I will get sick. We have significantly reduced the toxins in our home through our cleaning products by making our own cleaning products. And if you're watching, please say hey. I can see someone's watching. I don't know if there's any comments. I can't see anything on here. I'm not sure. Normally it shows me who's watching, but it's not today. But that's okay. I can check any comments later. So we now make our own DIY cleaning products, which are not only better for us, but also better for the environment. Reduce the amount of toxins on my skin, and that's a big one. I never really thought twice about what I was putting on my skin and what products I was using. And when I evaluated some of my products on the environmental working group, I think it is EWG. Hello, I can see a comment. Woohoo! Hi, Kate. Yeah, when I put some of my products that I was using in that website and got the rating, it was actually a real eye-opener for me as to how many chemicals I was actually putting on my body day in and day out without actually thinking about it. So by making my own skincare products, self-care products, buying things like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, any of those self-care products from doTERRA, they're so much better for me and for my skin. Also perfume is a big one, and I think this has a lot to do with, 1, the headaches I was getting, and also 2, hay fever that I was getting. So in the last 2 years I've stopped using commercial perfumes and now just use my oils, which not only do they support me on an emotional level, they also smell really amazing, and they're not they don't have the chemicals in that normal perfume does. So another thing is that I have learned to take better care of myself and prioritise self-care. I know for me and a lot of other mums, that's something that we don't do after having our kids. We put everyone else first and think that it's selfish to take time out for ourselves, and these oils have really helped with that. We have oils to support us to sleep better, which has been huge. We've all been pretty good sleepers, but the kids used to wake up a bit throughout the night, and having oils helps them sleep through. They're still early risers, and now that we're in Brisbane, the sun is up at like 4:30, so waking up at 5 is, you know, pretty acceptable here. Everyone seems to start their day early. Another thing, just feeling better overall and feeling empowered, knowing that we have these natural solutions to support us for pretty much everything, and also for moods and emotions. It also allows us to show our kids that there are natural alternatives to other things. So they're, you know, just to explore the world of alternatives and be open to trying something new. And also for me, the oils are a tool to help reset and calm and ground me. I've always been a busy person, always on the go, and struggled to slow down. So they, I think I've said this numerous times before as well, the oils are the calm in my day that I didn't know that I needed. So simply for me, just opening a bottle of oil and breathing makes me stop, makes me be present, and also has the same effect when I pop them in the diffuser. So that's just a quick, probably not so quick, overview of the oils and what's changed since we've been using them. And then the other thing is the business, and that's something I never would have expected to experience so many things. So for me, it's been a total game changer being involved with this business. My confidence has increased tenfold. I've shared a few times on here, I used to sing, but I used to get teased in high school, and I would always blush whenever I had to talk in front of people or sing. And because I got teased, I had boyfriends for 3 days and they broke up with me because I sang at school. This is something that I've carried through for a long time, and I can feel my heart racing as I'm talking about this. But confidence has not been a strong point for me. It may appear so on the exterior to a lot of people, but inside, yeah, confidence has been something that I have struggled with, and doing this business means that I have to get out in front of people and talk to people and share myself with people. So this has helped me believe more in myself and in my abilities, and that's something that I never would have expected. So yeah, it's got me out of my comfort zone completely. Doing these live videos still makes me really nervous, and I can feel the emotions a little bit here. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it's really been something that's challenged me, it's pushed me, but it's been amazing for me to just experience that journey in, yeah, believing in myself more. I've made some amazing friends through this business, some new friends, and also been able to do this business with some of my friends, which has just been amazing. We all, when we're in this business, we support each other and we see each other rise, and I have never had so much support from, I guess, my work, if I talk about it like that. We laugh, we cry, we support each other, and yeah, it's really awesome to, even though I'm in business for myself, I've got this wonderful group of supportive women around me who are there for me to bounce ideas off, or to brainstorm with, or just to vent my frustrations, or yeah, whatever it is, we're there to challenge each other and support each other and lift each other up, which I didn't expect either. I've been able to change countless lives with these oils, even if it's just helping someone sleep better, or helping someone with a solution for their skin, for someone who wants to create a less toxic environment in their home with their cleaning products. It doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be life-changing, but all of these little things are things that have changed people's lives, and I get messages and testimonials from people all the time, and that just makes me want to keep going with this work. And I just love hearing from people and love hearing how the oils are changing their lives. And we have 470 customers now in my team. I never would have thought that 2 years ago when I started using the oils. So for me, I did dive into the business, I guess pretty much the January after I purchased my home essentials kit, but I wasn't serious about it. It was, I guess, just a bit of a thing for me to test out and see. It wasn't until probably 18 months ago that I got serious, when I had someone want to join my team, and that's the last 18 months is, I guess, the real business for me. I've got to support and see women on my team rise, to move through blocks, to get out of their comfort zone, to do things that they never thought that they would do, a bit like me. It's been so awesome to watch their journeys and see, you know, things change for them and shift as they progress through this business. This business has enabled me to cut down my work hours from full-time to part-time. I was working full-time when we were living in Adelaide. Now that we're in Brisbane, I'm working part-time 3 days a week, which means there's more time for my kids. It's my daughter's last year before starting school, so we've had some really nice time together on my 2 days off. And all because of this business, we're creating a financial pipeline for our family, which will continue to grow in the years to come. Residual income is the best. It's so awesome. It's not something that happens overnight, but if you persist with a business like this, you will create a beautiful residual income for yourself and your family for years to come. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you, but the main thing is not to give up and to keep going. Since doing this business, I have been recognised and celebrated more than I ever have before in any other workplace. I've received certificates for rank advancing. I've received gifts from my uplines in this business. Any time we achieve something, for enrolling people, for hitting new ranks, we all celebrate each other, which has been amazing. So amazing to have all that support around me. I've been to Fiji on a trip that I earned from sharing the oils. That was earlier this year. I qualified for the incentive trip next year to Uluru. What else? There's so many other things, but they're just the ones that I jotted down so far. I will collect my thoughts a bit more and pop them into a blog post, but the oils have definitely changed so much in our lives, and the business has changed so much as well. And it's really awesome too that my husband can be involved in this business in whatever way he wants to. I can't see him ever going out and teaching classes, but he's definitely there behind the scenes, supporting me and working with me and setting the vision, I guess, with me of what we want for our life and how this business can help us get there. So it's been, you may think that it's just a little brown bottle of oil, but it is so much more than that, and it is more than I ever imagined it would be for us and for me. I reach for the oils all the time, and the business is something that is going to change our lives so much in the future, with freedom both in time and financial freedom to do the things that we want to do, and to be able to travel and do things with the kids that we may not have been able to without this financial pipeline. So if you've been watching or you're catching the replay and there is something in here that speaks to you, whether it's about the oils, and I'm probably going to be sharing a few posts more in the coming weeks just about how simple it can be to use the oils. A lot of people think it's really overwhelming, but oils are really simple, and I want to break that down for people. It's not something that you don't have to be a hippie, you don't have to meditate, you don't have to do yoga, whatever your preconceptions are of people that use oils. Just throw that out the window. I'm so glad that I did, because I wouldn't be here doing this live if I hadn't. So yeah, if there's anything that speaks to you about the oils or the business, and it's a good time, I guess, to think about setting goals for the future and where you're at. If there's anything in here that speaks to you and you want to do something different next year, or you want to bring additional income into your family, and oils or natural solutions, natural health is something that interests you, please reach out to me. I have some spots on my team. We are going to experience incredible growth next year, and I would love to partner with you in this amazing opportunity. So that's it from me for now, but I will pop this into a blog post as well. I know some people prefer to read over videos. So yeah, that's it. Have an awesome afternoon, and I'll be back in here soon, no doubt. See ya.